Hello, welcome. It's always a pleasure to be with all of you, learning and sharing. And I think this is one of the most vital topics that have never been talked about is how does it feel when you lost a loved one, someone that's truly was loved by you and by them. And the question is, most people have no idea or will ever experience that. So let me give you an example. Unfortunately, I had that experience. She had passed away, but we only known each other for a short period of time. And the reason why I'm saying this is I've never had this experience before. This is why I'm sharing this with you. This is something you saw on television, and the one is, I guess everyone can relate to. There's many movies you've seen that show love. One of them could be the Titanic. But the one thing that you realize about this or these movies, when someone has really been in love and that person died and it was devastating, and you see it in the movies where this person cannot go on with life, they lost complete meaning of life has been lost, they have no interest in life, and they themselves want to die because how it impacted them so much. And I used to wonder, when I watch these movies, say, nah, that can't be real because this is movies. There's no way when you lose someone that you love would make you feel like that. But it was always a question, but because I never experienced it, and I'm going to tell you, ladies and gentlemen, I have experienced it. I have met someone who I was really in love with. It caught me by surprise, to be honest with you. I didn't expect this because, again, after a while, you see how people are. It's not something that you would think would ever happen because it seems hopeless because of the way people are today. Anyway, we met, and I tell you, the moment we met, it was an immediate attraction. And she loved the way, if you've been following me, my thinking, my ideology, my Judaism, where I stand, she loved it. And I love the fact, what made her so unique and special, by the way, is that she loved God and she loved and understand. And she had answers to a lot of questions she had about her past and life in general. And she fell in love with Judaism as well. And the most beautiful thing about when you meet someone that both of you love God and love moving in the same direction, it's absolute harmony. It's almost perfect match. Because why? There's nothing to argue about. There is no division because both of you have the same ideology, the same principle, the same understanding, and you are attracted to one another. That's a bonus. When you're attracted to that person and that person shares the same understanding, the same ideology, and above that, the pie or the icing on the cake is they love God and they see the potential. Now, what did that look like? Well, imagine every time you saw this person, there's an overwhelming feeling, and that's every single time it gets greater and more intense. That a feeling that cannot be explained, because it just excitement with being with this person, even if you're just there. Imagine being on the phone for 2 hours and only felt 2 minutes. The conversation is endless and it's meaningful, it's rewarding, and it fulfills you. It has purpose behind those conversations. It's not empty conversation. It sustains you. And when you finish with that conversation, you feel like you gain another part of humanity. Another part of you have been discovered. And when this person looked at you, when she used to look at me, what I saw in her eyes was unbelievable. It was like every time she looked at me, she loved being around me. I would see like fireworks in her eyes. I would see a smile. I would see this joy in her face. She would literally glow, and then the ideology was almost like completely 100% in terms of how we thought and understood and moved and did things together. There was no room really for any dispute. But what was beautiful was that she had prepared herself. She wanted this. She wanted to experience something she never had before. Love. To have someone that is unconditionally, you're not loving this person based on any material. You loving them because of the substance that they're made of, the quality. It's like you buy something, a suit that's made of the finest material. You're looking at the person, not what they have, the quality that person possessed and their potential. And she had that. And she saw that in me. I didn't know how much, but until later, other people was telling me how much she loved me, the way she spoke about me. I did not know this. Now, for me, I never had this type of woman in my life before. Because the way she made me feel, I could do almost anything. Because the encouragement, she was one with me. She almost finished my sentence. She anticipated all my moves, what I like, what I dislike, and she understood it, and she loved it. And to show you something, what she loved the most was one of these things I'm going to share with you, was that when we met and I told her, listen, I have rules, and I do. And I'm going to tell you about me, and then tell me if you agree or not. Because again, I'm not going to waste your time. That's not my intention, to play games with you. I'm looking to build something with someone. This is what I told her. If you want to build, we're the one. If you're sincere and you're looking for the truth, based on the truth. So I said, one of the rules, I'm just sharing, that was just one, is that we cannot go to bed angry at each other. And every day, I have to kiss you. Every day, we have to kiss. No matter what. There cannot be one day that goes by that we don't kiss. And she says to me, well, what if we're angry at each other? And I said, let me ask you a question. If someone gives you a diamond, and just because the diamond may have a little stain on there, are you going to throw away the diamond and not see its value? Just because it has a little dot, a little stain. You know how when you wash glass, it may have a little stain on the glass after you wash it from the washing machine? What do? You just wipe it off. It's not a big deal because you know what you have. Well, same thing, you have a diamond. So for me to get upset because of something that is insignificant, to throw away a human being that is priceless, that's been given to me by God, so I can enjoy this world and say I have experienced love, and I'm going to throw that away on one stupid thing for me to go to bed angry with you? No. If you believe in that, then I'm not the one. She says, I agree. So, and now, she says, then how do we do that? I say, I have to kiss you. We have to kiss each other, and we cannot be upset at each other. Because why? What we have is only today. It's only today. Do you really want to leave this world with regrets because of a stupid thing and going to the next world knowing you left that person behind, hurt because of something you said or did, or it shouldn't even been an issue? She agreed. Again, she understood these principles. She saw the truth in them. That's what made her so beautiful. One of the many characteristics that I loved about her. But one day, got into the car, and we're about to go, and she said to me, wait, you didn't kiss me. I said, yes, I did earlier, because that was our second time in the car. She had forgot. And she said, oh, that's right, you're right. You did kiss me. And I kissed her again. Why? She saw the beauty and that understanding that we have to kiss each other every day. And that kiss represent, it's you. I'm never going to forget you. You're important in my life. You're the one for me. And I have to show that to you every single time I'm with you. I must express that, because there is nothing comes before you. They can never be. And I told her that. This is what it means when you love and appreciate someone. But when she used to look at me, I mean, it was like, I wish I could tell you what that made me feel like, but I've never felt like that. When she passed, I felt, literally, I never felt the kind of feeling I felt in my life. If you ever saw a movie when a man cried and felt like he was ripped to pieces, guess what? Multiply that feeling you got from that movie 1,000,000 times more. I did not think I could survive this. I really didn't. To this day, it still hurts me, because I understood how priceless she was, because I could never find anyone who was at that level, who understand, who were attractive, who had understanding, had wisdom, and the most important thing of, she also loved the word of God, and that was the icing on the cake, because she understood that these things, God has to be the center of our lives. And it made things like, I mean, there's just no word. I wish I could explain that, but it was just phenomenal. And this is something that I wanted to experience before I left this earth. And I'm glad that even though she